You've worked hard for that degree, landed a high paying job, and you have the good income you were aiming for. But for some reason, at the end of the month, the math just doesn't feel like it's mathing. You're earning more than ever, yet your savings account has barely budged in the last year. Feels like you're running faster on a treadmill that's just speeding up. And today, I want to show you how to finally step off. Because if you don't address this now, you're going to look back 5 years from now, after 5 more years of hard work and stress, and realize your bank account doesn't look that different than it does today. You'll still be working to fund a lifestyle that you don't even have the time to enjoy. But it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, I'm going to show you why your brain treats new luxuries like essential needs the moment your income goes up. The truth about why your colleague's lifestyle is a terrible benchmark for your financial health, and a simple 3-bucket system to automate your savings so that you could finally build real wealth without having to track every single cup of coffee. So why does this even happen? Where the more money we make, the harder it seems to save. Think about it like this. You're packing for a weekend trip. If you have a massive oversized suitcase available to you, you're going to find a way to fill every square inch of that suitcase. You'll pack extra shoes that you won't wear, that just-in-case jacket, and 3 different outfits for every single day. But if you're taking a small carry-on, you only take what actually matters. You're intentional. You're more focused. Your high income is like that massive suitcase. Because the space is there, your life naturally expands to fill it. You start packing your life with new subscriptions, convenience fees, and premium versions of things you used to enjoy for half the price. The high income trap isn't about you being bad with money. It's simply about the size of this bag that you've been given. And if we don't change how we pack, the suitcase is always going to be full, no matter how large of a suitcase you get. So usually we blame inflation because they made the cost of goods higher, like eggs and gas. And while that's definitely a factor, there's so much more at play here: lifestyle creep. While inflation is making things more expensive overall, lifestyle creep is when we make our lives more expensive. It starts small, where you get that first promotion, and suddenly you're not buying that generic coffee anymore. You're buying premium roast. Then you decide that you need a better espresso machine to go with it. But once that sleek stainless steel machine is sitting on your counter, your old mugs start to look a little sad, messing with the aesthetic. So you buy new mugs. Then you realize the kitchen towels don't fit the vibe anymore. And so you replace those too. So in fancy terms, it's called the Diderot effect. It's the idea that obtaining a new possession often creates a spiral of consumption that leads you to acquire even more new things. One level up creates a whole new set of needs that you didn't have yesterday. And look, this doesn't mean that you're greedy or reckless. It's just how the human brain is wired to seek comfort and status. The problem is, we often look around to our colleagues or friends in the same tax bracket and see what they're doing. We see the cars they drive, the vacations they post about, and the renovations they're finishing. We use them as a benchmark for what's normal. But the truth is, most of those people are stuck in the same exact trap, and you wouldn't know it. They're packing that bigger suitcase with more expensive stuff, but they're just as stressed about the zipper breaking as anybody else. If you use other people's spending habits as your default setting, you'll never actually get ahead. To break the cycle, we have to stop looking at what others are doing and start looking at the system you're using to manage what's coming in. Now, most people try to solve this with just sheer willpower. They tell themselves, this month, I'm going to try to spend less. But willpower is a finite resource. After a long day of making important decisions at work, the last thing you want to do is debate yourself over a $20 Target run. So instead of relying on willpower, we need to change the suitcase itself. Let's look at a 3-bucket system to help. Remember, the goal here is not to restrict your life, but to create psychological boundaries so that you can spend guilt-free while your savings grow in the background. We're going to break your high income into 3 specific buckets, and ideally these should be 3 separate bank accounts. And that's a foundational thing, 3 buckets. Bucket 1 is your fixed costs. These are your essentials. This is for your mortgage, your insurance, your utilities. So this account strictly pays the bills. So when money hits this account, it's already spent in your mind, which removes the temptation to spend it elsewhere. Bucket 2 is for variable expenses. This is your fun, your groceries. This is the account that you will come in contact the most and the one you pay the most attention to because it's for the things that come up. You put a set amount in there every month, and once it's at zero, the fund stops until next month. This creates a natural stopping point so that your lifestyle can't creep past the boundaries that you set. Bucket 3 is the wealth bucket. This money never even touches your main checking account. Or if it does, it hop skips into this bucket. It's an automated transfer that goes directly into your high yield savings account or your investments. By separating these, you're creating friction. If you want to spend your savings, you're gonna have to manually log into a different account and then transfer it back. That extra step is usually enough to make your brain stop and realize, wait, I'm filling up that suitcase again. When you set this up, you aren't just saving money, you're automating your peace of mind. You know exactly how much you can spend on dinner out or a new pair of shoes, because if it's in bucket 2, it's yours to use. Setting up your buckets is how you fix your current situation. But the high income trap has a funny way of trying to sneak back in every time you get a raise or bonus. Whenever you get a promotion, it's like someone hands you a bigger suitcase. And the natural instinct is to say, great, now I can finally pack that extra pair of boots. Or in real world terms, now I can finally get that new luxury car. But if you fill that new space immediately, you're right back where you started, earning more, but saving the same exact amount. To stop this, create a simple boundary. When you get a raise, choose a percentage that you're going to put aside for your financial goals, like your savings, your debt payoff, your investments. And then the rest will go towards that bucket 2, your variable expenses fund bucket. This means that you're going to put this new money both in your wealth bucket and in your fund bucket. This is the secret to sustainable growth. It allows you to enjoy your success. Maybe you get a nicer gym membership or go on a slightly better vacation. But it ensures that at least some of your hard work is being captured and being turned into actual wealth. You're growing your lifestyle and your freedom at the same exact time. As we wrap this up, I want to share a perspective shift that could change things for you. The difference between being rich and wealthy. Rich is a high income, 150K, 200K salary, but being rich is actually very fragile. If the paycheck stops, the lifestyle stops. It's a fast car with a tiny gas tank. It looks great, but it can't go the distance without constant refueling. Wealth, on the other hand, is often invisible. Wealth is the money you have not spent. It's the assets in your wealth bucket that are quietly growing while you sleep. Wealth is what buys your time back. It gives you the option to work part-time, travel for a month, or retire early if you choose. There's a popular strategy that many high-earning doctors use when they finish their residencies, because they basically go from making like 60 grand to like 300 grand overnight. The ones who end up trapped are the ones who immediately get the big house and the Porsche. But the ones who become multimillionaires are the ones who live like a resident for just 3 more years. They keep their suitcase small while their income explodes. And they use that gap to build a foundation that lasts a lifetime. As the author Morgan Housel says, spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Breaking the trap doesn't require you to live a life of deprivation. It just requires the humility to pack that smaller bag today so that you can own the entire airline tomorrow. Now that you understand why the high income trap happens and you have the 3 bucket system to fight back, you might want support in actually getting this done. Because more often than not, we don't take the time to actually set these things up. And having the support of a coach can help you not just know what needs to get done, but actually get it done. If you're ready to get tactical and actually put a plan that works for your life today, I invite you to schedule your free financial roadmap call. During this call, we'll look to see where you're getting stuck now and what the right next step is for you to getting your own money system working automatically. I look forward to chatting with you.